Good morning and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are going to work on day number 3. Well, at least that may or may not be all that's in today's video because, like I said in prior videos, I don't think I can post a video every single day. That's just a lot for me to do. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Oh my gosh, I am so thrilled with the growth of my channel over the last couple of days. My channel is little and I am growing at a snail's pace because I've been at this for a while. So I am very, very grateful to everyone who chooses to spend their time with me, that hangs out with me. It's wonderful and I appreciate it and I love it so much. I'm just looking and I have 276 videos on my channel. So there is so much content. So if you're new to my channel, please feel free to go back and look at some former projects, former videos, whatever. There's just a lot there. I do like to teach. I like to share. I do chase squirrels. So my videos are really not organized. And I can start out with good intentions. I can, but then the project says, do this instead. Or I get an idea and switch gears. Okay, that's Chloe's toy. For those of you who don't know, Chloe is my cat, and she likes to jump up here and be nosy sometimes. So she may or may not make an appearance. I don't know where she is this morning. She has been pretty feisty all day. All right, so this is the ephemera page for today. It's ephemera number 3, but I'm thinking that it really doesn't matter. The actual ephemera pieces do not matter. So we can do whatever with those. We have the, get your words out, woman. You know, we have all these bits and I've been going through the different pages and you can see I'm cutting them. Like that's 15, I've used it. 13, I've cut out of it. So I'm really not cutting them in any kind of order. And I think today I may just take these down and just cut the ephemera pieces out because I'm finding that it's not mattering. I'm just going through and whatever kind of speaks to me in the moment is what I'm using. So yeah, for those of you who have questions about this kit, okay, the sale did end. So I will tell you that periodically, if you're signed up for Tracy's emails, you will get, notices like, hey, there's a sale today or whatever. Typically she does them like on holidays and stuff, whether it's UK or US holidays, that can vary. But, yeah, so if you've signed up for her email, then you'll get those notifications. So unfortunately, yes, the sale did end on the Creep on June kit, but it is in her shop and it is an enormous kit. So even not at the sale price, I feel like it's worth it for everything that you get if you're looking for a kit that kind of has like the creepy vibe for Halloween or whatever. No, I am not like affiliated with this or anything, but I'm just telling you the value for what you get is crazy how many pages are in this. I mean, I don't know. There's like 60 some pages in the regular kit, and I think there's like 19 in the backgrounds kit. These backgrounds are beautiful, and you can use these. Like that doesn't necessarily say Halloween or creepy or anything. So these backgrounds are just super cool. That's my 2 cents. You can go check it out for yourself. Okay, so moving on along. Today is talking about in early spring of 1863, work began on the building of what was later to become Crafty Hall. Yes, I read that out of order. It's okay. A doctor and his wife later take residence. So, in accordance with the story, and yes, I keep reading this like as I'm working through these days because I want to make sure that I'm doing things right. Now, I will tell you that the window for the doctor and his wife is 1863 to 1865. And let me tell you, I have to say I am super sad that this story is not in the 1880s. I have so much cool 1880s stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is still use some of it, even though I know that the age is wrong or the year is wrong. I still think I am going to use some of it, but we'll see. I can't go upstairs. I don't dare go up these attic stairs right now. Okay, so I went through my bin of vintage stuff, and I try to keep them separate from my other stuff. And then I know when I'm looking for something super cool or whatever, oh, excuse me, I was bending. I can go in here and find all kinds of fun stuff. Am I gonna whack you? No, I did not. So I was going through here, and I just have all kinds of like old ledgers and stuff like that. I have a friend, and she curates the most amazing ephemera packets, you guys. So if you're interested in vintage ephemera, let me know, because she makes some really, really cool packages that she sells. And no, I don't get commission from her either. But she has sent me some beautiful stuff. Okay, now I've blabbed away for 6 minutes. Let's move along. So I have this labor and miscellaneous ledger paper, and it's really too big for the size that we're working with. So I'm contemplating making a copy of this because, oh, I could just put it on there sideways. Part of the reason, I'm not gonna lie, part of the reason I'm contemplating making a copy is because I have a really hard time using the actual real ephemera pieces, because once I use them, they're gone. But I do love using vintage stuff, so it's kind of a catch-22. All right, so I have this general ledger cash, notes receivable. So that's money coming in, but we have this bottom here that we could totally use. And look at this, what I found. There's not a date on this, but oh, it talks about a radio battery, so that's clearly not in the 1800s. Darn it. Because it's, oh, there is a year. Well, that's wrong. Okay, I can't use that. It does have a year on it. But anyway, it's talking about a bookcase, a washstand, mattress, springs, a feather bed, a couch. Now, this page does not have a date on it, so we can use that. It's like ordering things for a household, like a rug. It's got a rug measurement on there. So cool. But this is 19, I think that's a 34. So that's not going to work, but that's okay. I'll just take this bit and I'll just use it. I'm not going to make a copy of it. It's okay. I'm allowed to use the things. I just hate using them because once you use them, then they're gone. But anyway, so we need a tag for today. Hey, trim. Okay, so I want to figure out what I'm going to do here, and we're building it. So, and it's the doctor, and I really like this, and I really like this. So what I'm thinking is kind of a play on day 3's video, but I'm going to do my own thing. Oh, I found this too. Cubic measurement of timber. I have no idea what year this is. It doesn't say, but I think we're going to use it anyway because it's neat. And we're building the house, right? And I mean, that could potentially be late 1800s. It was probably in a leather-bound book. It's the only page of that I have too. So I think on this, I'll use that one. That's fine. On this one, I think I am going to make a copy of it. Yeah, because it's the only page of this one that I have. This is the only page of this one that I have. I don't know if that will scan or not, but I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll see what happens. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, so I scanned them, and I printed this at 75% and printed this one at 75%. I did scan this one, but I don't know what year that is, so I don't want to be in an issue with copyright. I did ask my friend who sent me the page if she knows what year that was, so I either have to use the real thing or not have the option to be able to sell this work in the end if I wanted to. And I don't know if I'm going to. I'm just saying that if it's not an age that is okay to copy, then it takes away the option to be able to sell, because it does matter. I just love old vintage paper. Love it, love it, love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this with this ledger paper. It's the right size. And then, so I'll get that back. That'll have time to dry. I'm going to get these two cut out, then kind of get a game plan and see what I want to do. My husband is not home. I was going to ask him for a cut nail. I don't have one accessible to me. But because our house, again, if you're new to my channel, this is an old Victorian home built in the 1860s. So some of this really just speaks to my heart. The story is just a couple years younger, newer, older than our house. So anyway, oh my goodness. Okay, so it's been quite a while. I'm not any further in my actual planning necessarily. Well, I don't think that's true, because I have cut out a lot of furniture pieces, and oh my goodness, I just was texting my friend and I said, oh, please, please, please teach me how to use my Cricut to fussy cut ephemera before Christmas in July starts, because my hand is so angry. I'm just so angry. Anyway, so hang on, sorry, still texting with that same friend, and there's so much going on. But anyway, I want to play mad scientist, but I still haven't gotten to Dollar Tree to pick up the jars that I need to decant some things. And it's not like I can just drive myself right now. And my husband, in his little sassy pants mood this morning, says, oh, well, why don't you just drive yourself? And I'm like, yeah, let me do that. He goes, oh, you could roll there. And I'm like, yeah, and then what? Just so silly. Okay, so I have our list here that I have cut out. Actually, I tore it. I used my tear ruler and I went around it. I've inked it. I've scrunched it up some because it's old. Inked the back. I have our furniture pieces here, and I kind of have an idea for this because I think that these furniture pieces are just way too much to put on one tag. Oh, that is too big. Dag nabbit. That's okay. It's fine. It's going to work. I have backed this file folder that was actually out of yesterday's sheet with some coffee dyed paper. That is still drying. I have this that is dry, and I've inked all around it. So we have that, and it's just the ledger in there. And so what I am thinking is this. I went through, again, if this was set just a little bit later in 1800, I could have so much cool stuff to use, but I'm trying to be year appropriate, which I don't know why, because we're just playing with the story anyway. But I was looking for advertisements and stuff, and I saw the coolest advertisement for like an old roll top desk, and it's just beautiful. But I thought what I would do is, like, these are going to be like Miss Violet's wish list for the pieces of furniture and some decorative pieces that she wants to order. So she has these, she's cut them out, she's gotten advertising, whatever, and this is her list. These are things that she knows that she needs. And one thing I was thinking, where's my pencil? Because whatever this battery set is, we're just gonna like line through that, because I don't know, that's not something that's age appropriate, okay? So I'm lining through that. I did look up a Davenport. A Davenport is an upholstered sofa, basically. But there's no sofa in this ephemera. So I just went with, did I cut out a chair? I did not, because she was very specific about the kind of chair that she wanted. And I don't know where that is on this list. But anyway, so I have copied these. I have scanned these. This is 1880, so I can scan it. My friend confirmed it's 1880. So I scanned for you the list and this. These are the sizes that they'll scan. That does you no good. It's like saying it's as big as my thumbnail, which is a total joke with my friend. Oh, by the way, it's about a 1/2 inch right now because it's all jacked up. So that one's about a 1/2 inch for reference. So you need to measure yours. She'll know who she is when she hears that. It's a total joke, we say. So this is about 8 1/4 by about 5 1/4. And so I printed it at 75%, and that is making it approximately 6 1/4 by approximately 4. I tore it kind of wonky. This full size is about 2 7/8 and about 5 inches tall. This one, the labor and miscellaneous, is approximately 5 3/8 by 7.5, and that's printed at 75%. So these printables I will upload to my Ko-fi. So that Ko-fi link is in the description. I have not done this. I have not done digitals. I sometimes question whether or not I want to do that, but I will put these in my Ko-fi in case you want to hop over there, get the list, get the cubic measurement, and get the labor ledger page. And I will try to remember to also upload just a coffee dyed paper as a backing for them for you. But anyway, I haven't done it before. I will not guarantee how it will print on your printer. This is how it printed on mine. It's how it scanned in. So it is what it is. So you can hop over to Ko-fi and get these if you would like. Okay, so, and I will put them in for like, I don't know, maybe $1 for all of them. I don't know. I don't think you can do less than that. But anyway, like I said, I've never put something in my Ko-fi like this, so we'll see if it works. All right. If I can get it to upload, I should say that, because I'm not that techie. Okay. All right. So I need an envelope for these. So, oh, that's what I was going to do with this. This is going to be like her little wish list. And I don't know, I don't think I have my typeset stamps, but they're kind of big to like say wish list. But I feel like these are the things that she's trying to talk to her husband about. She's like, we're building this house and we need furniture for the house. We need things. And so these are the things that we need to be getting. And so she's having to make a list for him because, of course, I mean, they're building a house. They're on a budget. I mean, even though he's a doctor, doctors, I mean, if he's a rural doctor, let's just say he's a rural doctor, he didn't necessarily make a lot of money. So they would have had to have been on a budget. So she has to stay within the budget. So they have to work through this together. And that speaks to me, again, because of Mark and I doing this house. We've had to do it on a budget. Our income is not one that allows for a lot of extravagance. And, you know, for those of you who have been following me, you know we travel. And due to our income and being what it is, we have to be really mindful about our spending and stuff like that. So yeah, I really don't like this. I really would like to round those tabs a little more. So I totally get the budget. And again, if you're new to my channel, I think I already said this once, you know, we live in an old house. We've done this whole, that's not gonna fit in there. We've done this whole remodeling thing and we know it's so expensive, but this is not the remodeling phase. We are at the new build phase right now. So I am ahead of myself on that, but that's okay. I am just I just don't like how I had cut that out. So now we have our little folder for her wish list. And that is part of the construction process, because when you're doing something like this, oh, you dream, you dream, you dream. So like we went to this, it's so funny, when we moved here, this week we've lived in the house for 7 years. And when we moved here, we loved a yard sale, right? So we had gone out one day and we said, oh, this is a nice neighborhood. Let's go look and see what's up. Let's go see what we can find. And boy, did we. I got a beautiful oak cabinet, antique oak cabinet down in my, it's in my dining room. It's like I want to say it's a Hutch curio cabinet. I don't know, tchotchke cabinet. Anyway, I love it, love it, love it. And then this guy, actually, my husband went to school with him, which is really funny because my husband grew up in this area. I did not. I just followed him here. But anyway, and so this guy has all this beautiful furniture. So we actually got a pier mirror, and that's like a really tall, slender mirror, and it's beautiful. It's oak, and it has a marble like piece on it, and Chloe seems to think that that's her piece of furniture because she's always hiding in the little shelf underneath. Like when we're playing, she gets under there and she like peeps out at me like, haha, Mom, you can't get me. All right, so these we're going to make these work in here. So because this piece is actually too big, I'm going to fold it in half. But this is the wardrobe that she wants. So she wants the wardrobe for her that's open so she can see her pretty pieces of her most prized possessions as far as her dresses and stuff. This is the super ornate walnut bed that she wants. And that's made of walnut, and it's absolutely beautiful. And actually, this bed probably was made of walnut, and I say that because we have, well, my son has it. It's a walnut bed, super ornate. It's beautiful. This is the little clock she wants to go on top of the fireplace. This is the little rug and Tiffany lamp, and just the little side table that she would like. Now, in this day, they would have had natural gas. So depending on where this house was built, the wealthy had natural gas. So like this house that I have had natural gas. It never actually had, well, it did have a fire. It did have a wood burning stove because we found the thing for the chimney in the flue pipe in the chimney, like where there's a patch there. Anyway, this house had 2 chimneys, but it also had natural gas. So that the builder here was the person who built this house was a builder. He was pretty well off, I guess. I mean, he put a copper roof on this house, for crying out loud. I don't know where in the world he would have sourced copper here. It's not like we were in Arizona. There was a copper mine in Jerome, so it would have made more sense there to have a copper roof. But here, he must have floated it down the Great Lakes or something and got it to Lake Erie and had it brought in. It's the only thing we can figure. I mean, we have no idea. That's total speculation. No idea how that really would have gotten here. But yeah, it had a copper roof until 1989 or 90-ish. Because we found, when we gutted the kitchen, we found a time capsule in the kitchen wall, and the people found them on Facebook. Gotta love Facebook. And she said, oh, I never expected somebody would have found that so quickly. He said, well, us either, but we found it. And so we actually put it back in the wall with an addition from us in the time capsule. So just kind of a fun piece of information for our house. So that is too small for this, but that is okay, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this like the background for this tag here. So I want to maybe take a little bit of this. Oh my gosh, you guys. So the other day I was watching Mary Poppins, and so I had supercalifragilisticexpialidocious in my head. And Miss Tommy, you had commented about it, right? And I had filmed that a couple days before I actually posted the video. Then I read your comment, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's back in my head again. But anyway, I was watching somebody earlier, and I will be darned if she was not singing a song from Mary Poppins in her video. It cracked me up. I was like, oh, it's in the air, I guess. But it was funny. It made me giggle. Obviously, it made me giggle because I'm giggling. Okay, so I'm just kind of trying to get my size on this, and let me pull that down a little so I can see it. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, because yesterday I was just lining it up on my mat and tearing it at 3 inches, which was way easier than what I'm trying to do right now. But anyway, so yeah, she was singing a song from Mary Poppins too, and I was like, what is with this Mary Poppins stuff right now? So funny. But anyway, sometimes I do watch the kids' movies because they have their stories and they can be sad, but for me, honestly, I love the princess movies. I love the music. I love to sing, and they just make me happy. So it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And then I want to have, I wonder where that is. The lady that used to live next door to us, she's passed away now, but she used to do the most amazing drawings of these old houses around here. And I know she gave Mark one. I know she gave him one. And I wonder where that is, because I think if I scan that and reduce the size, it would make a super cool artistic piece, like it's a drawing from the architect, which would be really cool. And I've been trying to figure out how to use this piece. Hopefully my red pen's still here. Oh, yay, I don't have to roll. So when you submit plans to the county, because you're going to do improvements to your property, you usually have to submit a plot plan of your property that shows the dimensions and stuff like that. This doesn't have that, but we're going to pretend that this is the plot map that they have given to the county for approval on their house building plans. So that's going to be on here as well. And maybe I'll do this in such a way that it's a pocket here. Okay, I don't want to cover that though. I do not want to cover that. So what, just kidding. We're going to just tear this and use it. Okay, we're just going to cover the extra there and just put a little piece there. Or maybe I'll just put a little piece of this here, and then when we put that down, it won't be such a harsh line here. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm still in the kind of the thought process here, but I'm having fun, and I know I have more magazines and stuff up in the attic, but I just physically, even if Mark were here, there is no way. Our attic stairs are so steep, you might as well be like going up a ladder. I mean, they are just super steep, but anyway, and the door to get in the attic is really, really heavy. I actually had it fall on me once, and oh my gosh, it was super painful. But the door is just a heavy, solid wooden door, and it just, I bumped the latch, I guess, and man, it came crashing down on me. Ooh, I had the biggest bruise on my leg. I was like worried about a blood clot because it bruised so bad. I mean, it was really, really bad. Yeah, it was scary. And so my son at the time, he's still my son. He heard it and came to get me, and he was so mad at Mark. He went running. Now, mind you, there's 41 stairs from the basement to the attic in this house. And so he goes running down the stairs after my husband. I told you, you needed to get rid of that door. Because it is a very heavy door. It's a lot for me to manage. Like if I'm trying to carry something and get the door closed, it's a lot. But anyway, I was like, you can't yell at him like that. He didn't even know the door fell on me. Oh, the adventures in old homes, I tell you. Okay, I like that. So I am just going to run, sorry about my reach here. I'm just going to run a small bead of glue. I don't want to move this. I just want to know that that's how I want it. So then once that dries, oh, I moved it. Look at that, I moved it. Once that dries, I'll know where I want to tear that bottom. And that looks really cool. Oh, I like it. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to get a plan here. I have to figure out, let's see, this is going to go in here. This is so cute. Some small rugs and other articles not mentioned, so it really gives a lot of leeway as far as what she's wanting to have brought in to furnish the house. So I just think that's so much fun. Okay, oh, put your glue pen in. Okay, stop saying okay. I have so many thoughts right now. I don't know, do you get like that when you're creating and it's you get on a roll, and then all these thoughts just, they're like so big and just overwhelming sometimes. Okay, so I wonder if I have any architectural drawings in my, I'm gonna look in my bin that's under the desk here, and that's gonna take me a few minutes to get it out and go through it. I feel like I have mechanical drawings, but nothing architectural. I have been in here a very long time and gotten very little done, in my opinion. Like, this is why projects take me forever. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Ooh, yeah, we can use this piece too, I think. Yeah, okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to put an eyelet in these two pieces. Sorry, get in frame. I want to put an eyelet in these two pieces. And then I'm going to put a little piece of chain on it. And then I'm going to use like a jump ring to connect those, I think. I thought I had black chain. Oh well, I can use silver. It's fine. It's just going to be super shiny and bright. That one's not as bright. I thought I had some black chain. Maybe I bet I do in my broken jewelry box, but that's okay. I'm not going to go back over there right now. And I don't want it very long. I just need, how about put some glasses on? That's pretty heavy. I think that one's too heavy. We're just going to go with this. Oh. That was probably very loud. I apologize. I don't know if I have an open end on here somewhere. And I don't know. Sometimes this stuff is so fiddly, you know. And I'm taking forever today. I'm just not making very good decisions. It's not that I'm not making good decisions. It's just that I'm struggling to make a decision. So that's kind of frustrating, but that's okay. So I'm going to need, that's way too shiny. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe I do make this like a little pocket down here now that I've put that there. Where's my little piece yesterday? Here. That's not big enough. That's a little wider. That would work though. Just give me this. Scrap took me 3 times to tear this to get the piece the right size. I just was watching TV and not paying attention, and I ripped it like a couple different times, and I'm like, pay attention and rip it the right size. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have a lot of scraps over here. Well, I got those out for nothing. Normally I wouldn't care, but I mean, if you guys saw me trying to get around on this knee scooter thing, whew, I am over it, let me tell ya. But I go back to the doctor tomorrow. Oh, I can just hoping for some good news. Because honestly, Mark and I were talking about this morning, and I was like, I might lose my mind if he doesn't give me good news. Oh, but he's going to give me good news. This foot is healing, and it's doing what it's supposed to do, and it's going to be fine. Fine. It's going to be fine. All right, so I won't just tear this along the top. Just get that a little more jaggedy. I'd torn it with my tear ruler, and so I like it, but it just needs to be a little bit more. Oh, you know what I do sometimes? I just wanted to share this with you. Because of the shape of that, sometimes I'll just take my pencil and just lightly pencil mark the back of it. And then I know, oh, okay, that's the shape I want. And then I just go and I kind of tear along that edge. It's not exact, but I mean, when you rough tear something and then you're trying to match something up to it, you know, then it's kind of, did I do it backwards? I did do it backwards. This is the way I want it. Or you can even just do this and just hold it and tear it. But I've been doing that and it's been working. It's probably because I'm trying to tell you how to do it that I messed it up. But it's okay because now it's going to kind of fit. And it doesn't have to be exact, but I do like it to kind of have the same shape just because I think it looks a little nicer there. It's not as much black on that piece, but it just kind of adds a little interest to the pocket there. And then on this, I'm just going to take that little bit of extra off. So this is going to be just a little shallow pocket, and normally I would go on the hunt for the black chain. So if you've been following me anytime at all, I chase squirrels all the time when I'm creating. And I do try to kind of have a plan most of the time. However, I believe in my creativity that my project tells me what to do. And I know that probably sounds really crazy. And to people who don't create, they look at me like I have 3 heads when I say that. But I think that sometimes when you just set yourself to a plan and don't allow yourself the time or the freedom or the space is the more accurate word that I'm looking for. If you don't allow yourself the space to change your mind, then think of all the possibilities you just leave on the table because you're like, no, I have to do it this way. And then you take all that away from yourself. And I'm just not a big fan of taking options away from myself. So I do try to kind of know sometimes. I mean, sometimes I just come in here and start working and I'm like, I have no idea what we're going to work on today. And that's okay too. It just, everybody's got their own thing that they do. And that's completely fine. And I'm fussing with this because I really didn't want to cover that date too much. I still wanted to be able to see it when we pull the tag out, and that's why I keep messing with it. So now when I glue that down, you'll still be able to see like December in there. And that's what I was ultimately trying to do. But anyway, you know, you really are only limited by your own imagination. And I think that in that also, I think there should be a caveat that says you're also limited by rigid, strict guidelines. Like if you just put yourself in a box and you say, oh, you know, I'm only allowed to do this, then I just think you leave so much on the table that you could do. And I think the exploration process is really important as well when we are creating, because if I didn't allow myself to change gears and change my mind, I think there is so much that I would not have learned over the years of creating, that if I had just been like, no, I have to follow this rule book, this set of, you know, whatever, then I think I would have limited myself in ways that I don't want to limit myself like that. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I'm saying that very well. Like in my mind, I know what I'm thinking, but I'm not very good at articulating things today. I'm not really sure what's going on with me. But anyway, so I did want to just say that. I had this piece torn yesterday because I was going to use it, but what I'm thinking I might want to do is, I have this that I want to put in a pocket. Where's my bits? They fell out. I have this that I wanted to kind of slide in a pocket, and I think it will slide in okay. I may have to cut a little bit off the bottom, which is fine because the bottom's messed up anyway. But what I think is, I cut quite a few of these the other day, and what I think I'm going to do is cut another one, or I'm sorry, cut this in half, and that's, or I tear it, it doesn't matter. But I want to put something, now if I cut, no, that won't work. Yes, it will. Okay. Okay, we're going to cut this tag in half. So these are 3 1/4. So that would be 1.5 inches plus 1/8. So 1.5 inches plus 1/8. So that would be 1 5/8 inches. Sorry, that's just how my brain had to work through that. So now I have 2 halves there, and then we have this piece that we could use to back it. And then what I think I want to do, because the piece that's going to go on the pocket needs to be a little bit smaller, but that's good because then the piece that's left over is going to allow that to be a little bit wider than the half. So I think that's going to give us the room that we need, hopefully, to tuck that underneath. So like this will be on this side, and then we're going to come in with this on this side, and then that uses that piece, creates our pocket, and then we can put our construction folder in here on that side, because on that side we're beginning construction. And then we need another tag. I set those aside yesterday. I did try to clean up my table yesterday when I was done working. Then we have another tag that we'll use this piece on, or however that works. And then we'll put the wish list in the one pocket, and we'll put the construction stuff in the other pocket. So that's where I'm going with this right now. So I have this one done. It takes me forever to do anything, you guys, but I do love it. I had to cut this down. It wasn't gonna fit. So I trimmed the top off, and then I had to trim the edge off too in order for it to fit in this pocket, but I think it fits nicely. And I like the colors, and hi Chloe, she is rubbing on my feet, so she may jump up here, I don't know. I was going to like back this and tuck it in there, but I think I'll put it in this other one because it all pertains to the construction process. This video is getting super long. I feel like I have not really accomplished a whole lot, and as long as the video is, it takes me forever to do some things, and I didn't film everything that I was doing and thinking. So what I was thinking on this page is I may put this on here, and then I can use the back as a tuck. Then on this one, I'm not digging that tab with the way that I cut it. So I am going to stop fussing with it. I'm going to trim that off, and maybe I will just rescore this so that it folds evenly, kind of like this one did. I could leave it, I suppose, because it's still a file folder. Could put that on there as a tab, actually. I have to be careful. I don't want it to stick off the page too much. So when I glue this piece down, I could hinge it. Oh, why don't I just hinge it? Yeah, hello. Big red fire truck. All right, where's my... I just dyed this fabric yesterday, and I believe I shared that in the last video. I thought I had a piece that was a little more grungy, but that's okay. So we'll just hinge this. So let's figure out what image we want to put on here. And I feel like this is completed, so I love this. That wallpaper matches some of the paper that's in this kit, so that's super cool attention to detail. I feel like this is where maybe things were delivered and it's all stacked up and they haven't moved it all in yet. So we're going to, why did I do that? Trim this down, and we are going to get it glued down. I'm going to hinge these two pages together. I don't know if I'm going to use the fabric or just use one of these hinges that I already have that I had cut yesterday, because then it will tuck up under there and be fine. And by hinging it, that will also give me more room for this to slide behind it, or to slide in there. Oh, but if I hinge it, how is this going to stay? Now, if I rescore this and fold it, or just trim that down. I think I'll just trim it down. So I'll trim that down and get this hinged. I have glue on there. If you guys don't have these little glue erasers from Dollar Tree, it works really great, especially on glue stick. It works really, really well. Okay, so I know that we were doing, she had a plan for, these are the pieces that she's wanting, right? So these are the pieces that she's wanting to order. So it doesn't really make sense that it would have been delivered yet. However, that's got a cushion on it. Here we go. No, let me figure it out. My videos are never this long, so I do apologize. I am going to actually hinge this piece. So this is going to be our hinged piece. This is still going to be on here, maybe as a tuck. No, it can go on the other side. So this will be our hinged piece here. And I think I will put this on here. And I need a label. I'm going to have to look through my books. I know I had seen an advertisement for furniture today, but I didn't want to cut up the ad. But maybe we can just cut the maker name out of it and use it. I did think about cutting these doors so they would open. So maybe I'll do that. So I guess I'll just come back when this is totally complete, because this video is getting very, very long. If there's anything that I do on this that at the end, you know, when I show you what I end up deciding to do, if there's anything that I've done that you have a question on, please ask. And if it's something that I need to do a video on to show you, I'm more than happy to do so. Please don't ever hesitate to ask me questions about anything that I've done or made, or something that you might want to see. I'm more than happy to evaluate it, look at it, and see what I can do to teach you how to do it, for sure, because I know it's really important in these makes that we understand the process. So if it's something that you like, then you would have the ability to recreate it if you wanted to. So anyway, I'm going to work on this, and then when I'm done completely, that's when I'll come back so I can show you the pages. Oh my goodness, at this rate, I'm not ever going to get through these days. Okay, I did finish this, I think. I still need to, oh look, I never even used that tag. That's okay, we have it. I still am going to have to do some finishing touches. I need to maybe figure out how to make some labels for this, for some like name labels and stuff. I really think that would be a lot of fun. So in this, we have the labor and miscellaneous on there with the early construction and the surveyor ticket that goes in that pocket. I probably will end up putting something else in there, but I'm just not there. I mean, I think what's going to happen is as this progresses and things, you know, as this progresses, as I continue to work on it, as I continue to read the story and we flip through it, you know, it's going to be, you know, like going like this. And then we get here and I'm like, oh, I need something in there, which I can do. So that's in that pocket. In this pocket, we have the construction information with our plot plan and our cubic measurement of timber. And so that slides in there. In here, we have, you know, our little folder with documents and things that have been submitted at the county building. So that's what's in that pocket. Then this flips open and we have the Dr. and Mrs. here on the wall. So again, I need like a name label to put here for them. I just need to type something up, I guess. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I need a name label. And then in here, we have her wish list of her furniture with her magazine or her advertising, pieces. I did have to go with the smaller table lamp, and rug. It would not, the big one wouldn't fit in here, and I had to fold the bed in half, but that's okay. And it's worn, and it's getting, because I've handled it quite a bit, it's getting a little bit worn, and that's okay, because we have to remember that this, her wishes were when they were building the house in 1863. So, you know, that's pretty old, right? So it's going to get worn and, you know, used, and even if it gets torn in me handling it, I think that's going to be okay. So I need like a little label here that says like wishes or planning or something. I don't know. I have to walk away. I mean, it is literally, what time is it? 2:37, and we won't talk about what time I started this today. I mean, I've got hours in this today. Oy, oy, oy. And then on the back, oh, skeletons in your closet, anyone? Boom. I had so much fun with that. Oh, so much fun. I wanted to put like a little handle or something on here, and I couldn't. My little brads, the backs of them are hollow, so there was no way I was going to be able to glue that down without it making a mess, but I just love it so much. I feel like this is the doctor and his wife later, and they came back to visit. They're living in the wardrobe. Oh my goodness. Anyway, clearly I'm having fun with this. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. This is a very long video for me. I don't know that I've ever had a video this long, so I hope you've enjoyed it. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. And don't mind the skeletons in your closet.